Welcome back to your dose. We're the plug for all things prevention.
I'm your host, Jada, and in front of me, I have
Hannah
and Jaxson.
And today's prescription is how rest helps you recharge.
Hey,
so
gotta be batting your figure.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Body tea.
Body tea,
So-
face
Period.
No, what? Okay. So for the question of the day, it's what do you do to recharge? So Hannah, since it's your birthday, do you want to start?
Guys, when this comes out, my birthday's in February. It's not in April. So that's a disclaimer. Anyways, what do I do to recharge? I surround myself with those who make me happy. So, and like I like to stay busy so that I don't get in trouble. So come to group, play my sports, sleep, go to church, hang out with my friends sometimes. What about you, Jaxson?
That's what you do to recharge?
Yes.
Okay.
Because school is draining.
No, I got you, yeah.
No, it's because like school is actually draining.
No,
and then,
it really is.
And then like it gets like so tiring.
That's
and,
all.
I don't want to
That's all
be
valid
there.
reasons. Like
So, and, like it's
to
not.
recharge.
It's not even like recharge as in like rest up. It could also be like recharge your social battery.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
I got you.
okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
just
get what you
sounded
mean.
a little. Anyways, keep going.
Hello? What do I do? What do I do to recharge? I don't know. I got 2 dogs, Kubush and Sprinkles. I'll. You see, all right, we're not gonna do this.
Kubush?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Kubush.
Okay.
Oh, caboose. Okay.
What does
No.
that mean?
Kubush.
What does that mean?
Caboose.
Kubush?
Yeah.
It's a Polish drink.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like a
So I heard something else, but
Kubush.
Okay.
Okay.
And sprinkles.
It's like a little
I love
bear.
that sprinkles.
Yeah, and then sprinkle. You know why we called her that?
Why?
Because she likes to sprinkle everywhere, bro. Because she's nervous.
Oh, is she a tiny?
She doesn't talk. Yeah,
She doesn't talk. I mean, I
she
hope
doesn't
she
talk.
doesn't
No,
talk.
she
She's a
doesn't
dog.
socialize with other dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We love that.
Kubush does though. But no,
So-
but so I play with them. Sometimes I'll cuddle with them. I'll play some games, with my bestie.
Who's that? Who's your bestie?
You want to shout him out?
Julian Restor Arguelles is my bestie.
Oh, good for me.
I love Julian.
Yeah.
He's so sweet. He's so smart.
Yeah, I know.
I love that.
I love
Me and
him.
him go to church together. Okay.
Amen.
Praise the Lord. We go to church.
I said amen.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how about
Amen.
you, Jada?
I'm a napper, so I nap.
Nah, I don't take naps.
Okay, well, this isn't about
Bless
you.
your heart, cause why don't you nap?
Whole world's moving while you're asleep.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's true.
let
But
it move.
sometimes, right, you gotta let it move.
You're telling me you don't nap? Like, are you?
I nap today.
Oh,
Okay, I nap. Okay, I nap today.
Disclaimer.
I napped today, but that was the first nap I've taken in a while.
Dang.
Beauty rest.
I need to get.
You go to sleep at the end of the day. All right,
Mhm.
you go to sleep at the end of the day because naps actually disrupt your sleep. They disrupt
They
your
do.
circadian.
That's
rhythm.
true, but then
Yeah.
Yeah.
But think about it. What if you're like
drained from school.
right, and you're like,
If you're-
oh, I could sneak in a 30-minute nap real quick and then be productive for the rest of the day. Would you do it?
Well, I mean, yeah, I did that today.
No.
Listen, I did it.
Besides today.
I did it. I'm not saying it's good.
No, it's
Oh.
it's not.
Well, it's not bad.
Unless you want a bad sleep schedule, then be like me. But that's a discussion for another time.
Yeah.
Right, keep going. Keep
Okay.
going. What else? do you
So speaking about rest, one of our topics is rest. So what do you notice? What do you notice? Okay. When do you notice that you need to rest? And when do you notice that you need to take care of yourself?
do? ASMR. That's a deep question.
That is a deep.
Yes. Okay, so we'll do the
I didn't-
first one.
I-
So when do you notice that you need to rest?
I get in a really bad mood very easily.
So
In
like,
front-
So that's when you
short
know?
patience?
I don't get in a bad. I try. It's only really in front of my family, honestly.
That you
Really?
get a bad mood.
Yeah,
Is it because of them?
because I feel.
Oh.
No, I feel.
No, it's not like a bad
no.
question. Like,
It's because I feel safe to get to be in a bad
Express
mood.
yourself.
Yeah,
that's
when I'm with
valid.
other people,
You
Would
usually
you
in a
like
really
shut
good
down?
mood.
no, I just don't get mad.
He
I don't
doesn't.
get mad in front of people, but that's just because I've always been like that.
You tend to keep your composure.
Yeah, I think I'm really good at that.
That's good.
Yeah,
Props
that's why
to you.
Coach O was like, "We need to get you angry for football." we need to let some of that anger out.
So did that.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that clearly happened when he tore his ACL.
Well,
anyways.
Anyway.
Clearly you were mad.
You, Han?
This is so bad. I know when I need to like rest when I start overthinking, like
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I mean like like overthink like, oh, maybe I didn't turn in that assignment when I know I turned it in,
Mhm.
but
Do you
like
think
then
it's
I
like
start
a-
like anxiety, and then
Mhm.
it's like, yeah, no, and
Do you-
then like
Does that
'cause,
happen
like,
like
my brain-
daily?
sometimes, but then like my brain, like I have ADHD, so I'm always everywhere, and then the anxiety, like my mind is really loud, I would say. I think that's why I'm a loud person.
Your ADHD?
Yeah, I'm ADHD.
So, like,
like
You don't like shut down. You're more like.
I'm more like I need to go, I need to like I need
Okay.
to do this, I need to do that.
Mhm.
But then like the anxiety is like, but what if you didn't do that? How about that? Like then the overthinking takes over. So
Mhm.
it's like mine's really messy, I think. But like I feel like once it gets too much, then I know like, okay, I need to take a break. And like when like you said, like your mood changes. So like when I'm at home and I'm not as happy as I usually am, or like as bubbly at my own sport, it's like, what's going on?
Do you usually get mad, or do you usually like get frustrated like that?
Not real. I think I'm like you, not really in public.
Yeah.
Like I'll get mad at home, and like I'll take my anger out when I'm at home, and I'll talk about it at home with my parents and my family.
Mhm.
But like in person, I try to keep my composure like you do, because it's like you don't want them to see that side of you, or like,
I just know how
I
to
don't-
act in public.
and I feel like I don't want to
That's
like
valid.
I don't want to like I don't want this is so bad. Like I don't want people
it's
to
okay.
think like, oh, you're weak because
No,
you're
yeah.
expressing your emotions.
No, I know what you
No,
mean.
yeah.
I totally know what you mean. Yeah, I understand that.
So
Yeah.
that's
But there's also nothing wrong with that either.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with
But
it.
I know,
like,
obviously-
I grew up around
right.
like, oh, like I don't know, like
It's just the way you view things. It's
Yeah.
different. Yeah, no.
I feel like as long as you find a way,
to
you know,
express yourself
to let it
eventually.
out.
don't.
yeah.
I'm not saying
I'm
I
not-
bottle in
Yeah,
stuff.
no, I
I'm not
don't
saying
bottle
that.
it
I'm just
in.
saying I feel I know when to.
Went to express
Oh.
yourself.
There's a right time and a
Well,
right place.
You guys
Yeah.
are better than me because I do that
oh,
a lot.
You let
yeah.
it out whenever.
I can't like.
Huh,
I feel
trust
like
us, we
also in
know.
person, like I can keep it, but like once I'm alone, that's when I just like
I lose my mind.
yeah, exactly. Like
And I feel like I lose my the only time I like lose my mind in person is during like a game, and I'm like mad.
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's
guys,
valid.
don't watch Hannah at a softball game.
We're gonna
It's
get
a
into
whole
that
different
later.
Hannah
We're gonna get into
from
that later.
YLC
We're
Hannah.
gonna get into that later.
No, we will. But yeah. So since you guys talked about when you notice that you need to rest, when do you notice that you need to take care of yourself? In any type of, like in general.
I'm usually a people person. If I feel like people are becoming too much, I know I need to take a step back, because I'm usually good about talking with my peers and like not like necessarily like expressing myself, but like talking to them, like opening up to them. But once like I feel like I can't, then I'm like, okay, well something's wrong mentally. Let me take some me time, look back on maybe why I'm feeling this type of way, then recharge and go back. And I think that's how I know I need to take care of myself, is if I'm not able to interact with my peers as I
Mhm.
usually am able to.
Yeah. What was the question? How do you know?
How
How
do you
when you
notice
have to
you
take
need to
care of
take
Okay.
care of
Yeah.
yourself?
Right. I think it's my mom. I think my
that's,
mom
that's,
is good.
That's deep.
That's deep. Like, but
That's
that's like, but
deep.
that's,
Yeah.
that's true though. That's true.
Yeah, because she knows. Like, she's just so good at.
Mental health,
Yeah, she's a
social worker.
social worker.
Oh,
She
well.
just knows, right? Like she could read you.
Yeah, I can't. That's why I can't lie. I can't lie with her. I can't lie about anything,
that.
bro.
that
I love
though.
Like, she'll know when I'm.
Not the one.
She's like, oh, your eyes twitching. You're lying. You're lying.
No, but that's real, bro.
Mom, you're
It's like-
smiling right now. What's going on? Tell me the truth.
But she won't like let me go. When she finds out that there's like something going on with me, or like,
Put your shoe back on, please.
oh, sorry. She's like, she won't let it go. She'll be like, what's wrong? What's
Right.
wrong?
That's-
What's
yeah.
wrong?
And she keeps going.
If we're
you're
driving,
going.
she'll park for a second. She'll be like, what's wrong?
Aw, W mom. We love that.
Yeah.
No, I feel like my mom's the same way. I'm
Mhm.
gonna be honest. My mom is definitely the same way.
I
I,
mean,
think it's mom. I think
I think it's
It's
just
just moms.
It's just
Yeah.
moms.
Yeah.
Like they're good about that. Like they know. Like I know I went through it. There was a time in middle school where I went, where like, I'm telling you, bro, 7th grade, hormones hit. People don't know who their friends are. And, like, you're trying to figure yourself out.
7th grade is deep, guys.
Bro,
Let me tell
I'm telling you,
like,
I struggled so hard. Because I'm usually, like a very bubbly person, if you can't tell. I'm very bubbly, outgoing. I talk to my peers. I talk to new people every single day. I don't have a problem with talking to new faces or anything. But then I think I really I hit a hard place. Like I
In 7th grade?
didn't know who my friends were because I was like, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, the hormones kicked in. And it was like really not scary, but like it was like I'm not talking to these people as I usually talk to these people. And like my mom was able to pick up on that, and like I started like getting into like verbal arguments, and like that's not really me unless I'm on the softball field, but that's another story. But like, and I think I think that's where I made one of my closest friendships was in 7th grade, but I think and that we're still friends to this day. Shout out to AJ #twin. But like me and him really connected because like I feel like he understood me so well, and like he was like that one person that I was able to trust in 7th grade, and then we carried out that relationship as in friendship. Like you said, like your best friend helps you, but like my mom was like she helped me realize like, okay, you need to take a break from like just going to school. Like she was the person who introduced me to mental health days, and because of that 7th grade, like I'm sorry, 7th grade, I'm gonna keep saying it was so hard just for me to get through in terms of like socially. And then like yes, I made a friend, but like I don't know, it was hard, and my mom was the one that helped me realize like, okay, you need to take a break right now, and you need to figure out like why you feel this type of way, and when you're ready to talk, I'm here, and I'm not gonna judge you, I'll support you. And I think that's how my mom.
Shout out to all the moms out there.
Hey,
shout out.
How about you?
That's
You
the
need to say
standard.
your part.
Dang, well, you was getting deep. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like when I need to take care of myself is like when I shut down. And I can tell because I'm also a very bubbly person. I'm always like talking or like interacting with people. But like once I'm like in a corner and I'm not really talking, I'm like,
on my phone a
And
lot.
do you think people notice that?
Yeah, some people.
Yeah.
I would say
My
like
close-
Hannah's one of the people.
I'd be like,
that
"What's wrong
notice.
with you?
She'll
Are you
notice,
okay?"
yeah. And it's also like when I shut down, I'm like my temper and my like patience gets very slim. So I could also get very angry. But I don't like, how do I say it?
You don't mean
Like I don't mean it, and I don't really take it out on people. I'll just probably like if I'll say something, it'll sound a little sassy.
She'll be snappy, but it's not like when she's snappy, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna take that to heart. It's more like, oh, okay, she's not having a good day. Maybe I can help her and cheer her up.
Yeah,
I think that's the
so-
type of person that she is.
Yeah, so that's when I
From
notice.
being friends with her.
Do you find that when you get to those, you know, when you're like
put
that,
your shoe back, please, Lord Jesus.
do you feel like when you get to those points in your life, is it better for people to give you space, or do you like when people come up to you and they talk about
That's
it?
a good question.
That's a good question. Okay, so I'm in the middle with this. It depends who comes up to me.
Yes.
Because like
Yes.
I don't like a lot of people like, oh my
What's
gosh, are you
wrong with
okay?
you?
Are you
Yeah.
okay? What's wrong? Because then I feel like that makes it worse for me, and I get nervous, and then I'll start crying because it's happened, and I don't really like all that attention, because then it's like you got 1,000 people coming up to you,
Right.
and it's like it gets overwhelming.
Right.
But like say if like Hannah came up to me, or AJ, or like
Jody,
Mariah, like my best friends, like that's different. Like I would like talk to them and like be like,
express
hey,
yourself.
like this is why I'm the way I am.
And like, I know Jada, she's really like if she was to snap at you, she'll text you like later that day or like talk to you and be like, hey, this
Yeah.
is what I'm going through, and I'm sorry if I took it out on you.
Always,
we don't have
yeah.
any problems, and I want you to know that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, and I feel like everybody has those days, so everybody is understanding, like, okay, like you're having your day and that's fine. I understand you. I'm here for you if you're ready to talk. It's not like, oh, you spoke to me this type of way and now I'm gonna feel a type of way towards you. Like, no, it's never like
Right.
that.
It's never like intentional.
Right.
I also feel like we should just start. We shouldn't, you know,
We shouldn't.
people who do need space when they're off, or they're not feeling it, I don't think that's a bad thing.
No,
It's not.
It's not a bad thing.
Because
It's
some
not.
people like.
they deal with their
'Cause I do that
emotions
sometimes.
differently.
I was
Yes.
gonna say a lot of people deal with it differently, and some people prefer to be alone. Whether that's like crying, listening to music by yourself, drawing, doing something you like.
I feel like we just have such a negative view on people who don't
Want to speak up at that
Yeah,
exact
'cause
moment.
Society messed that up.
Honestly, I feel like if you deal with your emotions alone, you get perceived as if you have no friends, and it's like, no, I have friends, and it's just like, today's not the best day, and sometimes if I know I'm gonna feel a type of way, like not feel a type of way, but if I know I'm gonna react badly towards you, I'm gonna separate myself before I ruin a friendship between me and you.
Right.
And I think that's normal, and I think, like what you said, people deal with their emotions differently, so it's not really like,
You said that.
yeah, I know I said that, but like I said that, but like
I was
you
trying to
also
say
said,
that, yes.
yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. Keep going.
Yeah,
But like, I don't know. I feel like they ruined that, and I don't like
people
that.
see it as like weak when it's
Yes.
never the case at all.
And we have friends. It's just we choose not to be around those people at that certain time because maybe that's not the type of energy that you need at that moment.
Right. Well,
That was really good.
that was really good
really
for the
good.
first, topic. So, going on to the next one, we're gonna talk about active rest and
Hello.
Keep going. I'm scared.
passive rest.
Passive rest.
Yeah, so the difference between both is active rest
Mm.
is like, doing exercises, like sports you love to do, going for a run, doing yoga. Where passive rest is like lounging, napping, like, or scrolling on social media, which a
Right.
lot of youth do nowadays.
Right.
So, how can both of these be contributed to recharging?
You go first because you look very excited.
Okay,
Yes,
so
Hannah.
like I already said, I'm a very, very, very active person. Like currently, I
Okay.
just finished with indoor track and I'm starting softball. But I also played on 3 softball teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very active. And for me, whenever I got angry when I was younger, I always was taken to a softball field. Because that's where I was able to express myself. Wasn't really intentionally with my peers. Like on the team, it was more like, how hard can I throw this ball to or how hard am I gonna hit this ball? So I'm taking the anger out on the ball, and not on the actual person itself. So that's how I always recharge, was playing a sport, because when I'm active, it usually gets my mind off of it, but also helps me like reflect and think
Mhm.
while I'm playing that sport.
Now, how would passive be
I
connected?
I feel like social media is now big, and a lot of people view it as like a bad thing, but sometimes, like, I always think of it as people expressing themselves and how they feel on social media. Like, everybody's gonna find their own group on social media, and like, if you think about it, like your TikTok or Instagram was a little messy today, but even on your Instagram reels and stuff, like, they are usually fitting towards you and how you're feeling that day.
You're a big social media enthusiast.
I'm not big. Like, I'm usually more active. Like, I'm not really on social media actively. Like, I'll send my streaks here and there, but like, if I'm feeling a type of way and I don't want to be around anybody, I will sometimes go on social media for like hour max. But like, I usually hang out with my family because they make me feel good. They recharge my social battery, because I know, like, no matter what I do, it's unconditional love. Like, if I was to hurt them in the worst way possible, they're still gonna love me at the end of the day. And like, I could be myself around them. It's not like I have to, like, not
No
saying that I
matter
put
what,
on a not
there's-
saying I gotta put on a show around other people, but like,
Mhm.
I could be like my literal self. Like, I could cry, I could be mad around them. They're still gonna love me.
'Cause
They're
they're
not
stuck
gonna
with you.
judge me.
They're stuck
Right.
with you.
Yeah, like, I was like, they made
They're not
me.
gonna leave you.
They're not gonna leave me. So
Right.
I think
Well,
That's how I use my passive. What is it called? Passive.
Wait, so what is it? Social media?
Social media, my family.
Okay. So like TikToks, you scroll on TikToks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just social media in general.
Mm-hmm.
And Instagram.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
okay.
Yeah, I think sports are good.
I think.
I feel like no matter what, every conversation that we're gonna talk about, mental health, stuff like that, sports is gonna be brought up.
And
100%.
social media.
And social media, I'm not gonna lie.
And social
Because
media,
people
but-
who aren't as active and maybe their home life isn't as like not good, but like isn't like maybe their home isn't like their home, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like maybe
Right.
their home isn't like where they feel comfortable. Maybe their family, they don't feel comfortable around their family. And like I said, social media, like you're gonna find your group of people on social media regardless, because that's a place to express yourself. So I feel like people who maybe aren't as active and maybe don't have a family to listen to, they might have a friend on social media, or they could express themselves on social media and
Okay.
still feel good.
Okay. So, I play football. I think with football, it's like once practice starts, you don't gotta worry about,
Outside life.
you don't gotta worry. Yeah, you don't gotta worry about anything
It's like that with a lot of sports.
because it's like you're
focused.
you're busy,
right.
you're focused. That's
On-
like your time.
And you're focused on something that you love. It's not something that's like
I feel like that's like the
you gotta
recharging.
prioritize.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like-
Maybe physically, like
Oh yeah.
you're gonna be exhausted. Oh, my legs are dead, right?
Right.
But like,
it's always worth it. Like at the end.
Yeah.
It's just like
dude,
I just did what I love. Like
you're gonna be like before practice start, you're in school and you're like, oh, and then once you get to practice and you meet your
like,
boys,
oh man.
it's like,
What up, my
yeah,
friends?
they put you in a good mood. Oh yeah, teammates, like sports with teammates and stuff like that.
Yes,
that's
my brother.
good, right? They'll put you in a good mood instantly, and then once you're in the pads or like once you're on the court playing basketball or whatever you do,
On the
right?
field.
On the field.
You're just in the zone, right? You're just focused about getting better.
Right.
That's your time.
Snaps.
Snaps.
I just got my nails done, so I can't snap as good.
But no, that's so real, honestly. Like having those teammates help you recharge and like
Yeah,
Yes.
do what you want to
it's
do.
big. It's big.
I
yeah.
agree.
And I feel like your teammates know what you're going through because they're going through the same exact thing that you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they notice you're down, they'll be like, hey,
Hey,
like-
hey, third
like-
baseman, what's going on over there?
right. Or like even like let's
Or,
say,
like-
because me and Hannah do this all the time. Like if I mess up a throw, she'll come and she'll be like, hey, you got the next one. And that's fine. And she'll like her and like teammates like that will uplift you. So then it's like whatever is bothering you, it'll just be clear from your mind. So you're focused on what you love to do and
And even if
do
like
it efficiently.
And even if, like, you're not, like, this applies to softball because we play softball together. So to piggyback off of what you're saying, and even if, like, maybe it's, like, your fielding is off that day. It's not always you got the next or get them on offense. Maybe defense isn't your day. Or maybe today in general isn't your day and we'll see you next game.
Right.
And, like, next game, we know that you're going to perform because you just had an off day at school. And our team, like, we're student athletes, so, like, we know that we have to go to a full schedule of school and then practice is until 5-6 p.m. Then a lot of us have stuff after school. Like, we have this program. Some of our teammates have church. Like, I was doing travel softball after volleyball practice. So, like
Time
stuff
management.
Like
Yeah.
And then like a lot of us also have homework after. So like if you're going to school, then you have like a 3-4 hour practice, then you have like 6 hours of homework. When you get home, you're gonna be drained, but you're gonna have that time of day and like that time in your schedule where your teammates help you because they know what you're going through.
Right. Like you said, time management.
Yeah, with the homework part, I think that's also big because I see kids, or I have friends who tell me that they stay up until like 2 o'clock in the morning doing homework,
That's me.
and that's not.
That's not
It's
healthy.
not,
Life is about balance. All right,
Yes.
of course. Like
it's all about balance.
like homework is important, but to
Yeah.
2 a.m, interrupt your sleep, then you're tired
Prioritize
the
your
next
health.
day.
Prioritize your health. If
Right.
anything, go to sleep, then wake up earlier to do your homework. That's
Right.
what
Can't
that's
do
what my
that.
coaches told me. Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't do that.
I don't know
either.
how they want me to do that, but
Like, baby, I'm not gonna go to sleep at 6 and wake up at 2. It's not happening.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, I have hours of homework. So then you're telling me that basically you're just lengthening my school day because I'm doing schoolwork.
it's
7
hard.
plus hours of
Yeah.
school.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You got to find time in your day to do the work, or you got to, do as much as you can before you want to
Right.
go to sleep because you're not.
And that's why schools have, well, I don't know about a lot, but our school has studies for that reason, even though a lot of
Yeah.
people don't take it serious. But
On their phones or asleep.
right. But like, that's when you would use that time. Or like, whatever. Like, if you have 10 minutes to spare, bam, 10 minutes of homework time. So then you're not stressing.
when you get home.
Right. Like, oh, now I got to
That was
stay
But
until
that's
that was a big
2 o'clock.
struggle for me. Yeah.
But that's also why I take spring break so important, because we are doing so much on our daily life. So like, if we literally have no school, then we don't have to worry about our homework. And then we, like, yes, we'll have a practice, but it's practice. Go home, chill with your friends, go to church. Like,
It's a recharging.
a
It's a recharging
yes.
week.
And I think it's not even like just spring break. Like, winter break was the same. And I feel like
Mhm.
everyone, like, not obviously we don't want to go back to school, but, and we know it's inevitable, but it helps us give us that recharge of like of just like being able to be social and not have to worry about the stress level at school.
And you got March, no days off.
No days off.
Yo,
I
this
think we
month
have
is about to be
I think we have
long.
one day off on
We have
next
Monday.
Monday.
and then that's it. It's the longest month ever.
Is this Monday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right.
Well, since we covered a lot of sports and active and passive rest, we can skip sports and we can go to building healthy rest habits for time sake because it's already 8:51. So
Okay.
building healthy rest habits. So what's the best way to set boundaries in our daily life to preserve the relaxation we felt during spring break?
I feel like we were just talking about that with the sleep and homework thing.
Yes.
We could.
So do you want to go to sports? You guys want to? Okay.
Yay!
For Hannah's sake. Sports.
It's my birthday. Come on.
Of course. So how can someone balance relaxation
Sola,
and staying
sola.
active during their spring break vacation?
What was the question?
Wait. Yeah, say that again.
How can someone balance relaxation and staying active during their spring break vacation?
Prioritize your relaxation before your activeness, because you are already doing so much like without like you're already doing so much during your school, like how do I say this, like you're already having a long school year and a long like they give you this break for a reason, is what I'm trying to say. And like you're already having long days throughout these months or whatever. So they're giving you this break for a reason, so then you can recharge, like we were saying. So prioritize your relaxation and just like like it doesn't even have to be like a hard practice. Like it could be like in track they did this thing called like, what do they call, like
I don't do track.
like
I
it's
don't
like a like
either.
not like a like it's like a like not a rest day, but like
Active recovery.
yes, a recovery day. Like you could
Yo,
do
ima-
active recovery like once or twice throughout that spring break, and that'll help recharge your body, but also maintaining that relaxation.
Some people don't got a choice. The wrestlers be working all winter break.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
wrestlers put in work.
Wrestlers, basketball players too.
And so
Right,
does
I
track,
think- I
and so
think.
does track, because we have meets during spring break.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, yeah, because it's
but I meant winter break. But
Yeah.
for softball,
no, I know what you meant though.
for softball, me and Jada, we have what's it called? We have practice every single day of spring break,
Yep.
and we have a few games. And this year is gonna be really hard because I'm only catcher at New Brand High, so
Is you what?
Yeah,
I'm
she's
the only catcher.
catcher.
So
Oh, good for you. That's good for you.
That's props though. Like, hello.
Yeah.
not really. I want to feel uncomfortable in my spot, and I'm not. But that's okay. That's for another day.
I think
I'll
it's
make
all
myself
it-
feel uncomfortable. It's okay.
It's all gonna be worth it
Yeah.
when it actually comes around.
Mhm.
Because you're gonna enjoy it. Because that's what you always you love being a catcher. You always talk about it. I'm the best catcher. So you gotta
yeah.
show you gotta show us
Why are you
that.
talking like that?
Come on.
because
Don't
Have
let
you
the
went to a game?
overthinking start. We were just talking about this.
have you been to a game?
No.
Okay,
You definitely
then.
should. Anyone who hasn't been to a softball game, go.
Please come. We play at Chesley. It's local.
It's very much local.
I live near Chesley.
Oh, so
oh,
there
so
you go.
pop out.
I'll pop up.
We'll
Yeah.
send you the schedule.
Yeah.
But keep going.
Going back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
So how do you prioritize relaxation and maintain?
Okay,
your
yeah.
active
Right.
status?
So, again, I think it all just comes back to balance. I think you just got to do your best. Maybe be like, okay, Saturday, I'll rest this day. I'll take the whole day off, man. I'm just gonna lay in my bed. I'll chill, be on social media,
Right.
you know, chill with my homies, and then I'll be like, okay, I chilled today. Tomorrow, we got to get back to work.
We gotta
Right.
hit hard.
You know,
There's nothing wrong with taking a rest day.
Yeah.
And, like being in
and
bed.
you have more
lounging.
flexibility with that during these breaks.
Right.
It's your, you know, you don't got school from 7:30 to 2:15. Practice, you know,
Like sleep in.
Mhm.
Do what you like doing.
Sleep in. Yes.
Like if you like listening to music while cleaning, do that. If you like Hannah, she says she goes to the field when she gets mad. If you want to do that in the morning, do that with your sport. Like there's so much you can do. And like you were saying, balance and also time management. Because now that you don't have school, you literally have 12 plus hours to do what you like to do.
I also think maintaining a relationship with your coach, if you are in a sport, because if you talk to them and be like open with them and be like, hey, is it okay if we have the practice later on in the day, because I feel like I need a break, like my body needs a break.
Your coach lets you do that?
Yeah, actually last year Coach Jay would, he wouldn't take all of us, but he would be like, hey, like I'm gonna go to the field. Same way Coach Johnny, they would be like, oh, I'm gonna be here from such to such if you want to show up. Right.
Like,
oh, I thought you were talking about you are able to move practice later.
Well, yes.
Well,
you can?
Depending upon like our schedule, because like
A
our
lot of people are
sport
busy.
isn't like, I feel like softball at the high school isn't really like a big thing. It's like baseball takes more of the like
Spotlight.
The spotlight, yeah.
Like they have not to
I don't
like
go to
throw
baseball
shade
games.
or anything, but like they have like announcers and they like have an actual home field.
Y'all don't
like,
get as much.
like we don't
They have
have
a
any
whole-
of
I see
they
that.
have
y'all
a
practicing
whole,
at Ches.
like a
Yes, our practices at Ches. Like they have
a locker.
they have a locker room. Like no,
Like,
it's called
There's another word for it.
I know what it's called.
Y'all
It's
are
like
the underdogs.
Yeah, we basically are the underdogs. Like
because
you
like
literally said you've never been to a softball game. Like we could probably grab like a handful of kids at our high school that have never
it's
been to
usually
one.
the baseball players
It's-
who have
mhm.
siblings on the softball team.
Yeah.
Or
Huh.
like
Many people don't. You only get like
It's really the same people. I feel like
it's
our
our
biggest day
parents.
is senior night. And
but that's barely.
if you're not right, because last year our senior night, I mean, it was
Oh my gosh, bro. ESPN, I'm sorry.
ESPN. Stop. We're doing a
saw that?
podcast. Like
Okay, I'm sorry, but
this
they
is
keep
not
me updated.
sponsored, by the way. This is not sponsored.
But they keep me updated.
Hey, chill out, chill out.
I need to know how my team is doing right now. But keep going. You were saying about the baseball
so it's
team.
like
I'm still trying to think. Okay, because this is background information on how they have this.
Uh-huh.
So the high school baseball field used to be the Rockcats field originally, until they built the Rockcats field, but now it's called the New Britain Bees. So and the Rockcats they used to be a double-A team for the Minnesota Twins. So like when you get signed to the major leagues, you don't automatically go to the team. Like it's like single A,
right.
like low A, high A, double A. It's triple A, then you're in the big leagues. So like it used to be like a double A team. So like you're playing for the Twins. It's just like their minor leagues before you get to like the actual big game.
Which is like
and then,
the Yard Goats.
No, that's
No?
double A. So the
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Coach is
Yard Goats is double A
yeah.
for the Rockies.
They're not
For the
major.
yeah.
So the major league is like the Rockies and then like the Twins and my team St. Louis. I know we're not doing well this year, but it's okay. But anyways, like
Hey, have hope.
ESPN.
Have hope.
no, we aren't doing good. We're not gonna do good this year.
Hey, have
But
hope.
Oh, hey.
anyways,
Not with that attitude.
Right. Not with that attitude.
guys,
I'ma
watch
tell you- I'ma tell
watch
your
us win
coach.
the World Series. Y'all be like, take this episode
We're gonna get back
down.
to
Put this episode up right now.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to what we were saying. Like that's why they have what they have, and I also think that like coaching staff is like very like different. Like they prioritize it so much differently than softball. Like I don't know. Like they don't really. We don't have the same amount of respect, and I think 2 titles.
I didn't know we had softball, and so
See?
you told me.
See, like that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
Maybe that's
and
something we
sad.
got to make a
That's
change.
just sad.
But-
Yeah, we don't get as much recognition as we should.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. Recognition.
But y'all put in as much work as the baseball boys, right?
if not more.
If not more.
Yeah, I
no
heard
shade.
softball's harder.
No shade.
Yeah,
but
thank you. Say it louder. Say it louder.
No,
Say
that's
it
just what I
louder.
heard.
Say it louder.
say it loud.
Softball's harder?
Yeah.
It definitely is.
100%.
And we've had this argument with the baseball players,
and
and
they do
we've
not
actually
believe us.
wanted to do like a softball versus baseball, but like
just so they could see, because I would love to see them hit a softball pitch. But
they're
that's
like, oh, it's not hard. Your field's smaller.
I feel
It's,
like they all talk
your
the same.
pitching's different. It's no.
the pitching is different because we are closer. Does that
Right.
make
So you
sense?
have less time of a reaction to
time
hit.
than the baseball. So
I
like
heard,
a
yeah.
90-mile-per-hour baseball pitch is a 60-mile-per-hour softball.
It's the same thing.
It's equivalent.
But that's a discussion
For another
We're
time.
getting off track.
Right.
So-
sit up. His shoe is out and everything.
So
Yo,
I
chill
think we
out.
did a really good,
I
you
think
know,
we did good. I think
we had a really good discussion about
rest and how to
rest
and
prioritize
how to
it.
recharge.
Balance,
right balance, time
our
management.
mothers, our friends,
moms,
mothers,
yes.
And how-
sports,
friends, and
teammates,
how they,
coaches.
Okay.
Right,
Talk
we
over
have
me.
we had a
I'll
lot that
blame.
we discussed about. So to end off the podcast,
Y'all.
Mhm.
um,
we give one message.
well, I have a question for us.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, what sustained restful habits can you do after spring break to avoid a post-vacation slump?
that's deep.
Go to sleep at the same time every day.
Yes.
Bam! Have a schedule.
You gotta be serious about your sleep, man.
Dude,
be
it's
serious about your sleep
important.
schedule. It is important.
That's
like think-
snaps.
snaps. Anita, yes, start with the snaps. No, literally, like you said, sleep is so important, and people don't take it serious.
It's so underlooked.
But it's like you
My
will
brother.
be exhausted. You will be drained. Like that's the first thing you should worry about, because if you want to do this, that, and the third, you won't be able to do any of that unless you have the energy
And the
and-
rest.
and the rest.
Uh-huh.
Because again, like the people going to bed at 2 a.m. because of their homework, and then you're waking up,
Uh-huh.
let's
Mad
say
tired,
4 or
bro.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
How many
5.
hours of sleep did
3.
you really? Right, like it's not healthy, and you're just gonna be exhausted for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Period.
I think to piggyback off of what Jaxson said is I would maintain my schedule, like not the same exact schedule, but stay on schedule even during my break. Like, yeah, I'll sleep in a little bit, but not by a lot.
Sleeping in is fine.
Like,
yeah,
it's
sleeping in
But
is
fine.
fine.
I'm not
wrong.
gonna do it by a lot, and like I'm gonna maintain like the same bedtime. Like I'll still be going to sleep at like 10 p.m. latest, because like when I go back to school, that's kind of when that's when the slump hits, because you don't. What are we making faces for?
Why are we lying?
What?
We're lying.
We're lying.
Okay, because I don't have like when I have homework, I stay up later. but-
Balance.
Balance.
It's all about
Time
balance.
I
management.
know, but
What
like
is-
Like, why do you have
Mr.
hours of
Miyagi.
homework?
because teacher. We're not gonna get into that
It's all about-
question.
Balance, Daniel-san.
Balance.
It's all about balance. Mr. Miyagi. Daniel-san.
Shout out to you.
Mr. Miyagi looks like my grandfather.
Can we say that? Can we say that?
Maintain a schedule, because when you get back to school, like he said, like it's gonna obviously it's gonna hit, because you're not used to you're taking that week of rest, a break to recharge and everything, but it's gonna hit even harder because you've been out for a minute. Does that make sense? Like it's
Yeah.
like being rusty when you get back to your sport because you took a
Right.
break.
That's why
Mhm.
we're trying to prevent that.
Right, so maintain your sleep schedule. Like keep it like the same through from before throughout the break. 'Cause
If you-
it'll be an easier transition. Or even what I do, like if I get out of schedule or something, I'll this is bad, but like that the night before I go back, I go to sleep at like 10. Like I make sure I'm in bed by 10, so that I know I'm getting the same rest that I used to, or even more.
Yeah, I agree. If you go to sleep at if you normally go to bed at 10 o'clock on a school night, it's fine to go to sleep at maybe 12.
One day or
Yeah.
two. Like, it's not gonna throw it off completely.
Don't
but-
stay so strict.
Right.
But
like you don't have to be
take
10 o'clock in
Mhm.
bed sheets
You're-
over you.
you're
Like,
not-
you don't have to.
You're not David Goggins.
But
Stop.
But don't
take advantage.
Don't sleep into like 12 and
right, because then
wake up, eat, then go back to sleep for the rest of the night because now you're
I was gonna say,
up.
I feel like every time I do sleep in for that late, I just feel like the rest of the day, like I don't feel like
as
productive, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm just like
when you sleep in.
Yeah, like for a long time at least,
like till 12.
A little, like it's fine. Yeah, but like if I'm sleeping till noon, like I'm like,
you know, it's
Okay,
actually
the
been
latest I
proven.
think has
It's
been
been proven
11.
that catching up
Mhm.
on sleep is not real. You know, it's you know.
Well, baby, I'm gonna continue to believe in it because
Yeah,
it be
I feel like it
helping
helps
me.
me.
I was gonna say, because like if
Shoot.
you stay up like constantly, like maybe at first it's not gonna hit you, but like day 2 or 3, like it's going to knock you and you're gonna be so drained. And then I feel like, you know, if you sleep early, like for the next few days, you feel energized again. I mean, at least that's happened with me.
And I think
So I believe in it.
Yeah.
But I think if athletes who maybe take a sport off and then they're coming back to the sport, they're gonna get knocked because like your body's not used to it. So I think that's similar to the whole spring break. Like we said, like you're taking time off to maybe rest your body, but once you get back and you're back into that schedule, it's gonna hit you hard, and you just gotta like rely on like what you used to do. And like I feel like you maybe like the weekends have an opportunity to catch up on some rest, but you got to keep that schedule because
yeah, so
like you said, balance.
It's all about balance, Daniel-san.
So like how you guys both said about like balance and everything. So for me, like a habit is like the active rest and the passive rest. Like even if you like, let's say, because you know we have practices, but maybe not all sports do. Still do something that you would do. So like
active recovery.
Right. Like even if you're
go
not
lift, go for a run.
Right. Like even it
just
doesn't
do
even,
yoga.
do
yoga.
something. Do
I used to
something
do
that's
yoga.
active, because like even if you're not like going to the softball field and throwing, hitting and everything, or if you're doing track, like running around crazy, like if you do something along those lines, like you'll still probably be a little rusty when the sport comes back, but you wouldn't be as bad if you're just lounging in bed.
Take a 30-minute run, mile.
Right, like
You'll
something
be
simple.
fine.
It doesn't have to be
You'll
anything
be fine
crazy.
as long because you don't want to lose your stamina.
This is all easier said than done too, because
No,
I
100%.
because I feel
That's
like
why it's all based on your commitment and how much you like are dedicated to like your sport or whatever you're trying to do. So like if you really want to, you know, do softball and you're committed, like then like Hannah said, 30 minutes a day. But like if you're like, then do 30 minutes every other day or something.
Yeah,
I feel like by nature, at the point that we're, you know, at this point in our lives, we're just lazy. That's just our nature.
Yeah.
We just want to chill.
But there's also nothing wrong with that. Just don't
Yeah.
take advantage, because then
you're gonna be in a slump.
you're
when
gonna
you
be
get
in a
back.
slump, right?
What's your last point?
Period.
That was my last point.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think we had a good conversation about
We hit up all the topics on how to
resting and
rest and how to
recharging.
stay a baddie.
yes. So these are some of, you know, the things we talked about, and the you know, the habits we said to not be in a slump after spring break. So do you guys have anything to add?
No, thank
Before we
you for
close?
watching.
It's all about balance.
It's all about balance.
It's all about balance.
Can we like put that in the front of the like?
That's
Wait,
gonna be
we
the.
gotta do this.
Can
It's
we-
all
yeah,
about
can this be like the
balance.
cover?